Peru News Today, all you need to know about Peru. 5 tips for hiring a foreign worker. Gestión recently published an important article regarding the steps that companies should follow when hiring a foreign worker. With the increase of foreigners looking for work in Peru, the Peruvian newspaper Gestión spoke with Cesar Puntriano, a partner at PwC. Puntriano gave 5 tips for companies who wish to hire foreign workers. 1. Legalities are always an important step. Before entering Peru, they must have documents from their country and present them to the Ministry of Labor (MTPE) for approval. This would involve presenting certificates that show professional work experience, or a diploma or other professional qualifications that can prove their technical knowledge. If foreign nationals wish to obtain legal residency for their families, other paperwork must be provided in the form of birth certificates or marriage certificates. This must be approved by a Peruvian consulate and must be translated into Spanish by an official translator here in Peru, if the documents are not already in Spanish. 2. To sign a contract legally, they must obtain business immigration status * when entering the country. Obtained abroad except Chileans, Mexicans or Colombians that can be processed at the airport or the European Union Schengen. If the worker should enter the country without this, special permission can be provided by the * National Superintendency of Migration. 3. Companies should be very careful when making contracts and to make sure it meets all the rigorous verification process set by the MTPE. Be sure to check if the name is correct and matches with the passport of the worker. If it indicates the sex of the person, all this information may seem excessive, but it is essential for legal business practice. It must also be stated to the foreign worker that without proper approval by migrations he or she cannot start working. Contracts are subjected to a 3-year renewable term, and after this period the contract and other documents must be submitted to the MTPE. 4. Another thing to keep in mind is that the number of foreigners should not exceed 20% of the total company employees, or the remuneration should not be more than 30% of the returns, with exception if the foreigner is in a position of a manager or trained professional. If the foreigner is married to a Peruvian or has relatives that are Peruvian, like parents or siblings, or are nationals of countries like Ecuador, Colombia or Bolivia, then it is not necessary to gain approval from the MTPE. 5. With the approval of the MTPE, her registration of the contact. The next step is for the foreigner to gain residence for migrations. This will last a year, and foreigners will be presented with foreign national ID card, Carneta Extranjería. Some countries like Chile, Brazil, Uruguay, Paraguay, Colombia and Argentina have agreements with Peru by which it gives those residents 2 years of residence without an employment contract. Visit at www.perunewstoday.com. Also follow on Facebook and Twitter.